Three, two, one.
Here we go!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of We Talk. I'm Yolanda Nell. I am dressed by Segura Emporium, and if you like what I'm wearing, please head over to her online shop. Before we get into today's interview, please check out this video clip. Between two operational managers, with one having oversight over the northern part of the country and the other over the southern resorts, inclusive of the coastal areas. Equally, the organization enhanced its in-house maintenance capacity, leading to maintenance-related matters being attended to internally at various resorts. Plastic Packaging and Meatco received the Namibia Exporter of the Year awards for their excellence and innovations in reaching export markets in South Africa and the United States respectively on Thursday. Plastic Packaging also emerged as the overall Exporter of the Year. The awards were part of the collaboration between the US government through the United States Agency for International Development and the Namibian Manufacturers Association.
The new bistro is now available.
Here we go!
Welcome back, viewers. Today I'm talking to Celia of GIZ. Celia, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Yolanda, and it's great to have me. Thank you so much.
Today we're talking about the United Nations Development Goals. We're talking COVID-19, which is still a big issue here in Namibia. So I'm just going to dive right in. What exactly are the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals?
So the Sustainable Development Goals, or how we call them shortly, SDGs, of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, they were adopted in September 2015, and they are to be achieved in 2030. So on 1 January 2016, 17 Sustainable Development Goals were officially coming into force. And the goals are interlinked, and the goals are also forming the blueprint to achieve better and more sustainable a future for all countries, for all citizens in countries.
And then why are they important to Namibia and Southern Africa?
The Sustainable Development Goals address global challenges that include poverty, the reduction of poverty. They address inequality. They address climate change issues, environmental degradation, and restore peace and justice.
And then no one could foresee that we would be having a global pandemic in 2020, and it's still spilling over onto 2021. But what is the connection between the SDGs and COVID-19?
COVID-19 came very unexpected into Namibia in March 2020. It affected the SDG goals, especially the goal on health and well-being, and the implementation and potential attainment of all the goals by 2030. For example, the goals that are most affected in Namibia and probably in other countries are ending poverty in all forms, which is goal 1, reducing inequalities across and among populations, which is goal 10, decent work and economic growth, which is goal 8, peace and justice and strong institutions, which is goal 16, as well as the goal for formation of partnerships for the SDG goals, which is goal 17. So if one looks at goal 4, for example, which is the one that champions quality education, it is clear that Namibia is losing ground that it has gained over the past years. The virus has ripped through the school calendars. It forced the postponement of classes, and as you know, so it has also forced schools into home learning or homeschooling, e-learning, and learners and students were robbed of face-to-face learning.
How does getting vaccinated and adhering to all the COVID-19 regulations help achieve the SDGs?
So vaccination brings benefits or health or medical benefits as it protects the body from any opportunistic infections or vulnerabilities and also deaths. So COVID-19 has eroded much of the progress that we have achieved, not only in Namibia, but also in other developing countries, pushing them into extreme poverty and inequality. And one way in which one can improve the situation in Namibia is perhaps to embrace and administer the vaccines, and also to follow the health protocols that have been put in place for us to stay healthy and also to be a productive nation.
Then what will a vaccinated population mean for the Namibian economy? For today's life hack, if you are trying to lower your cholesterol, try snacking on some unsalted sunflower seeds. Eating a bunch of them on a daily basis is a great home remedy for reducing cholesterol levels over time. Jeanette Diergaard for our Flex Minute.
Africa, good morning and welcome to Flex in a Minute. Today we're looking at our obliques. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for Flex. We're going to start off with bicycle crunches. The bicycle crunches, they target a lot of your ab muscles. So, and one of them is obviously your oblique muscles. So with this one, if you can't do the full range of motion by keeping it going, you can just have one leg on the floor and bring it up. So now we're going to also do a side plank. So you're not just a normal plank, but a side plank. You stack your feet up, you lift up your hips, and what you can do, you bring forward. Okay, so this is going to focus on the one that's on the floor on that side of your body. So yeah, so the leg that's on the floor, that side is going to focus and target those muscles. So what you do on the other side, you do on the other side, but because of time we're not going to do both sides. And there's another one called Spider-Man push-ups. So with this one, you go down in a push-up and you bring up your leg. So I don't know, yes, so you're like a Spider-Man climbing on the walls and everything. So there we go. A modification for this one would probably be on your knees, but it's gonna be very weird to do it on your knees. And then we're gonna do some cross-body mountain climbers. So it's really not that fancy. You're just gonna twist your knees as you bring it up. So for slower, you can just do that. Try to bring it to your elbows and you bring in on these. And if you do it slow as well, you really focus on the oblique muscles so you can really get in that twist. That was the ab workout, targeting only your obliques. So when you're doing ab workouts, you want to target everything. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Platforms. Enjoy!